Y'all, it was supposed to be a quiet Sunday night. Until Nicole Kidman went live, screaming, crying, and shaking as she shouted, "Maggie Baugh slept with my man." Within seconds, the internet froze. Viewers watched in disbelief as Keith Urban, sitting right beside her, stood up midstream and walked out without saying a single word. Cameras still rolling, comments exploding, the sound of betrayal echoing louder than any country song he's ever sung. So, what really happened inside that viral meltdown that has all of Hollywood whispering? Buckle up, because this isn't just a breakup. This is a public implosion no one saw coming. When Nicole Kidman hit that Go Live button, no one expected Hollywood's golden couple to go up in flames, not on camera, not like this. For years, Nicole and Keith Urban were the epitome of red carpet perfection, glowing smiles, matching designer fits, and the kind of chemistry that made people believe fairy tales were real. But in just one 20-minute livestream, that perfect illusion cracked wide open. Viewers tuned in to see Nicole's usual classy charm, but what they got instead was rage, heartbreak, and chaos in real time. Her voice trembled as she began, "I've kept quiet for too long." But when your best friend stabs you in the back, silence is betrayal. Fans thought it was a teaser for a movie at first. But when she slammed her phone down on the counter, turned the camera, and shouted, "Maggie Baugh, you slept with my husband," the internet exploded. That single moment rewrote the narrative of Nicole Kidman's carefully curated life. The comments section became a battlefield. Thousands typing at lightning speed, spamming shocked emojis, crying faces, and "what is happening?" messages, and then, out of nowhere, Keith Urban appeared in the frame. Calm, distant, silent, Nicole's mascara was running, her hand shaking. She turned to him and demanded, "Say it, Keith!" Tell them she didn't. But Keith didn't speak. He didn't defend himself. He just sat there, eyes fixed on the floor, as if the weight of a decade-long secret had finally landed. Then, in a moment that will live in social media infamy, Keith stood up, muttered something inaudible, and walked out. No explanation. No denial, just silence. The screen shook as Nicole tried to hold back tears. "He can't even deny it," she said, her voice breaking. "You know why? Because it's true. She was supposed to be my friend." Within minutes, clips of the live started spreading faster than wildfire. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, every corner of the internet had a version of it. Headlines appeared instantly. Nicole Kidman goes live with explosive cheating allegation. Keith Urban walks out mid-live after wife's accusation, and the one that hit hardest, Maggie Baugh named as the other woman. But who is Maggie Baugh? That's where this story takes its first sinister twist. Maggie isn't some random musician. She's a rising country star, one Keith reportedly mentored early in her career. The two had performed together at charity events, shared studio sessions, and were seen multiple times on red carpets, always professionally, of course. But online detectives quickly started digging, and what they found wasn't just speculation. It was suspiciously close connections that blurred the line between collaboration and something far more personal. Photos resurfaced from Keith's tour stops, Maggie in the background, grinning from ear to ear, with captions like "always supporting my musical hero." Fans noticed matching bracelets in separate photos, matching hats, even the same guitar strap. And when you're the internet, coincidences don't exist. As the comments piled up, one fan wrote, "The way Keith looked at Maggie in that backstage video? That wasn't mentorship." Another said, "Nicole knew. You can see it in her eyes from their last award show." Meanwhile, PR teams scrambled. Nicole's reps refused to comment, Keith's publicist was unavailable, Maggie's Instagram suddenly went dark, comments disabled, stories deleted, profile picture gone. It was the digital equivalent of a lockdown, but nothing could stop the wildfire. The live had already racked up millions of views, and hashtags like #NicoleLive, #KeithWalkout, and #MaggieGate were trending worldwide. For fans who'd always admired Nicole's grace, seeing her raw, unfiltered emotion was shocking. She wasn't performing, she was bleeding. She held up her phone midstream, scrolling through what looked like screenshots and messages. I begged her to tell me the truth. She cried. She looked me in the eyes and lied. People began speculating about those screenshots. Were they texts between Maggie and Keith? Late-night messages? Pictures? No one knew for sure, but the implications were clear. Nicole had receipts, and then, just as she was about to show them, the stream glitched. The camera froze. For a few seconds, viewers thought it was a technical error, until Nicole reappeared, wiping her tears, saying, "You know what? I don't even need to prove it. The truth will come out." The live ended abruptly, leaving millions in suspense. That's when the chaos really began. Reddit threads popped up overnight dissecting every second of the video. Some fans analyzed her tone. Others lip-read Keith's final words before walking out. One claim said he whispered, "Not again." Another said he muttered, "This is over." No one could confirm. Meanwhile, celebrity insiders began chiming in. One anonymous friend of the couple told a tabloid, "Nicole's been unhappy for months. She found something she wasn't supposed to. Messages that shattered her world. That was all it took." The media had its headline, and Hollywood had its newest scandal, and if you thought it ended there, oh, buckle up. Because the next 48 hours would turn this from a personal meltdown into a full-blown celebrity war zone. The morning after Nicole's explosive livestream, Hollywood wasn't just talking, it was screaming. Every entertainment outlet had its own exclusive take. TMZ, News, Page 6. All of them running with headlines like Nicole Kidman meltdown exposes cheating scandal, and Keith Urban's career on the line after viral walkout. But the real fire came from social media, where fans turned into detectives overnight. Screenshots flooded timelines, old photos, backstage clips, interviews. Someone even slowed down a 2022 video of Maggie performing while Keith played guitar beside her. "Look at the way he smiles when she hits that note," a TikTok caption read. "That's not just admiration, that's affection." Millions agreed. Maggie's name trended globally. Her Wikipedia page vandalized, her music videos bombarded with snake emojis and comments like "friendship has limits," "sis," and "you don't mess with Nicole Kidman's man." The internet had chosen its villain, and Maggie was it. Meanwhile, Nicole's fan base rallied behind her like an army. #WestStandWithNicole trended for 36 hours straight. Emotional edits flooded TikTok, slow-motion clips of her crying on live, mixed with her old red carpet moments, captioned, "She deserves peace." Even fellow celebrities weighed in. One actress tweeted, "It's always the ones closest to you." Praying for Nicole, another cryptically posted, "Betrayal hits different when it comes in designer heels," but behind the viral chaos, something darker was unfolding. Anonymous insiders began leaking exclusive details, some true, some clearly exaggerated. A source close to Nicole claimed that she had found deleted voice memos on Keith's phone, recordings of late-night studio sessions with Maggie that weren't just about music, one alleged memo had. Keith saying, "You make me feel alive again, Mag." Another allegedly captured laughter followed by silence and a whispered, "Don't tell Nicole." Whether those recordings actually existed didn't matter. The story had legs. Every major gossip outlet ran with it, citing leaked evidence and unconfirmed audio clips, and while Nicole stayed silent, the silence itself became louder than any statement. She didn't deny. She didn't clarify. She just went dark. No posts, no appearances, nothing. That quietness became a storm in itself. Then, 24 hours later, Maggie broke her silence. In an unexpected move, Maggie went live from what appeared to be her Nashville apartment. Her tone was defensive, her eyes red from crying. "I'm not a homewrecker," she said firmly. "Nicole's like family to me. I would never do something like that." She went on to say the rumors had ruined her career overnight and that she was getting death threats, but the internet didn't buy it. The chat was ruthless. Then why'd Keith walk out? One viewer wrote, "Why'd you delete your posts?" Another asked, and the most liked comment of all, "If it's not true, show the receipts." Maggie ended her live abruptly after just 10 minutes, breaking down mid-sentence. But the damage was done. Her attempt to defend herself only poured gasoline on the fire. That night, Nicole's closest friend, an actress known for her unfiltered mouth, posted an Instagram story that read, "When a woman screams in pain, it's not for attention, it's for survival." Fans immediately linked it to Nicole's situation. The message was clear. This wasn't just gossip. It was war. Meanwhile, whispers from inside Keith's camp started circulating. One anonymous musician claimed Keith had moved out of their shared mansion for space. Another said he was devastated that private issues had gone public, but others painted a much colder picture, saying Keith was furious that Nicole had gone live and humiliated him globally. Behind the scenes, PR teams were in crisis mode. Contracts were being reviewed, appearances canceled, brand deals frozen. Keith's management reportedly advised him to stay silent and let it blow over, but silence wasn't helping. Each day he stayed quiet. The public interpreted it as guilt. And then, just when it seemed like things couldn't get worse, leaked footage hit the internet. A blurry clip allegedly taken backstage at a private music event showed Keith and Maggie standing too close, whispering, laughing. Then Keith brushed a strand of hair from her face. That moment, whether innocent or intimate, ignited chaos all over again. TikTok detectives zoomed in, slowed it down, color-corrected it. Hashtags like #KeithCaught and #BackstageBetrayal went viral overnight. The comments were brutal. Nicole wasn't crazy. She was right. Maggie's team tried to claim the video was edited and misleading, but no one cared. The public had made up its mind. The evidence was everywhere. At this point, Nicole's emotional breakdown had transformed into a cultural moment. Talk shows debated it. YouTube commentary channels dissected it. Psychologists weighed in on the emotional trauma of betrayal. Even memes started circulating, one showing Keith walking out of frame with the caption, "When your Wi-Fi isn't the only thing disconnecting." Every minute, the story grew wilder. One outlet even claimed Nicole had hired a private investigator, who allegedly discovered hotel records showing Keith and Maggie checked into the same boutique hotel during a work trip. Whether it was real or not, it didn't matter. It fit the narrative, and that's all the internet needed. By day 3, Hollywood wasn't asking if the affair happened, they were asking when Nicole would file for divorce. Paparazzi camped outside her Beverly Hills home, hoping to catch a glimpse of her, and when cameras finally spotted her leaving with sunglasses and a folder in hand, everyone knew something big was coming. Next, because if Nicole Kidman had receipts, the real ones, the next chapter of this scandal was about to make that viral. Livestream looked like a movie trailer for the main event. And just when everyone thought the chaos had peaked, Nicole Kidman did something no one saw coming. She didn't delete the live, she didn't issue a PR apology, she doubled down. Hours after Keith walked out, Nicole posted a cryptic Instagram story with the caption, "Some women play guitar, others play with fire. Guess who's getting burned?" and tagged Maggie Baugh directly. That's right, Nicole named her. Hollywood froze. Maggie's team reportedly went into full damage control, calling the post a violation of privacy and an intentional act of defamation. But Nicole wasn't done. Sources close to the production of her new series claimed she refused to show up on set the next morning, demanding a mental health break and citing betrayal from within her own home. Meanwhile, TMZ paparazzi caught Keith Urban leaving their Beverly Hills home with luggage and a somber expression. When questioned, he muttered, "Sometimes silence is the only song left to play." The internet exploded. Fans started remixing his quote into TikTok sounds titled "The Silence Song," with clips of Nicole's breakdown spliced in. It became one of the biggest celebrity meme moments of the year. Tragic, iconic, and utterly chaotic. But behind the viral clips and hashtags, insiders were whispering about a deeper story. A hidden tension that had been brewing for months between Nicole and Maggie long before the livestream meltdown. Remember that charity gala in Nashville 3 months ago? Yeah, the one where Nicole looked visibly annoyed during Maggie's performance of Midnight Highway. Back then, it seemed like harmless diva energy. But now, people are saying that was the first public crack in the facade. An anonymous source allegedly from Nicole's inner circle spilled that Nicole had been suspicious for weeks. She kept saying something wasn't right, the source claimed. Keith was distracted, distant, and kept mentioning how real Maggie was compared to Hollywood types. That phrase, real, became the dagger. Fans replayed every interview Keith gave, every lyric he sang, and every subtle look he exchanged with Maggie during that Country Harmony promo tour. Then came the receipts. A supposed leaked text thread circulated online, allegedly between Keith and Maggie. It read like a country song gone wrong. Keith, you make me feel alive again. Maggie, don't say that. You'll get us both in trouble. Keith, it's already trouble. I just don't care anymore. Now, were those texts real? No one knows. But that didn't stop social media from dissecting every pixel, font, and timestamp. Fans compared it to Keith's actual text style from old interviews, and believe it or not, it matched. Meanwhile, Maggie finally broke her silence. She went live from her Nashville home, looking tearful but defiant. I have nothing to hide, she said, holding back tears. I respected Nicole. I loved Keith and Nicole as artists. Whatever people are saying, it's not the truth, but the comment section wasn't buying it. Not the truth? Then why did you delete those tour photos? One fan wrote, "Girl, Nicole got receipts." Another added, "Within hours, her live hit over 3 million views, trending under hashtag MaggieGate. And in a shocking twist, one of Maggie's former bandmates chimed in anonymously on Reddit, claiming Maggie had a pattern of getting close to powerful men in the industry to boost her visibility. The post was quickly deleted, but not before screenshots spread like wildfire. Suddenly, what looked like a simple love triangle was being painted as a full-blown industry scandal. Meanwhile, Nicole's PR team reportedly tried to step in to negotiate an exclusive redemption interview with Oprah or Gayle King, but Nicole refused. According to insiders, she told her team, "This isn't about image, it's about truth, dramatic." Yes, but that's Nicole Kidman for you. She wasn't just playing a role anymore. She was living her own script, raw, unpredictable, and painfully human. As the drama unfolded, sponsors began pulling back. Keith's upcoming tour lost to major backers within 48 hours. Maggie's brand collaborations with a country music streaming app were suddenly on hold pending review. Even Nicole's fragrance campaign was quietly paused by a luxury brand citing negative publicity. Hollywood's PR machine was bleeding, and everyone was scrambling to patch it up. But here's where it gets wild. Fans uncovered an old clip of Maggie performing a cover of Keith's 2004 hit Days Go By, and in that performance, she allegedly dedicated the song to someone special who believes in me more than anyone. The crowd laughed. The camera panned to Keith Urban sitting in the front row, smiling like a proud mentor. But with the new context, that smile looked a little too knowing. And then came the paparazzi ambush. Days after the chaos, cameras caught Keith and Maggie leaving a private recording studio in Franklin, Tennessee. Maggie's face was hidden under a hoodie, Keith's expression unreadable. When asked if he'd left Nicole, Keith snapped, "Stop making assumptions. You'll all see soon enough." That one sentence sent tabloids into a frenzy. "See what?" screamed the headlines. Is Keith starting over with Maggie? Nicole left heartbroken as Keith runs to his new muse. The narrative practically wrote itself. But then another twist. Late one night, Nicole was seen entering the same studio. Paparazzi caught her in a black coat. No makeup, no entourage. Just Nicole, raw and fierce, walking into the lion's den. Some say she went to confront them. Others claim she went to record a tell-all audio memoir titled Unscripted, The Real Me, whatever the reason. That night changed everything. By morning, Keith's reps released a statement. Keith and Nicole are taking time apart to focus on healing and privacy. No further comments will be made. Maggie's team echoed something similar, saying she was retreating from the spotlight to focus on her music, but the damage was done. The world had witnessed the unfiltered collapse of one of Hollywood's golden marriages, live-streamed and hashtag into digital infamy, and now fans are split. Some believe Maggie was the victim of manipulation, a scapegoat in Nicole's emotional spiral. Others say Nicole finally exposed the truth that's been hiding behind award speeches and red carpets for years. Either way, one thing is certain, this scandal has redefined what it means to go live, because when Nicole Kidman screamed into that camera, it wasn't just rage, it was decades of image control shattering in real time. It was the perfect storm of fame, love, betrayal, and the unbearable cost of keeping up appearances. And the world? It couldn't look away. So, what do you think, Lumi Legacy family? Was Nicole Kidman's emotional explosion a cry for truth, or just another Hollywood performance gone off script? Did Maggie Baugh really step over the line? Or is she being framed as the perfect villain in a story too messy to clean up? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Because this saga is far from finished. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping investigations and behind-the-scenes scandals only here on Lumi Legacy, where the spotlight never sleeps and every secret eventually finds its voice.